Hi everybody, JP here again from CBD Life in beautiful Colorado Springs. I'm going to do today's video as kind of a caveat, a warning about some things I've been hearing about THC-O. We've also heard of THC, the delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, which is what the federal government deems illegal. How dare you be happy, hungry, and sleepy? FBI, open up! But I digress. This THC-O thing is a little bit concerning. It's really new. We've probably heard of delta-8, delta-10. We're going to do another video on those two cannabinoids very soon. There's also THC-P coming out, as in Peter, and a few other ones. And I think that all these new cannabinoids have really sparked a new research. THC-O has been around for decades and decades. We've known about it. Very small amounts would ever occur in nature, if at all. It's a synthetic cannabinoid. I'm going to go through some of the most popular articles on the science behind THC-O, and I'm going to cut out a lot of the scientific stuff that you guys wouldn't read through and break you down the regular stuff. What is it? How strong is it? What should you do with it? But it's definitely in the group of analogs. What exactly is THC-O? Well, it is a prodrug. What's a prodrug? I told you I was going to cut out all the scientific stuff. All a prodrug means is that however it gets into your system, it's not going to do a damn thing with any system till it hits your liver. Be nice to your liver. It is 3 times stronger than delta-9 THC, which is the active ingredient in your popular marijuana that's legal here in the state of Colorado. THC-O is 5 times stronger than delta-8. So delta-8, delta-10, we did another video on that, but those are basically half as strong as delta-9. They're broken up isomers of delta-9. THC-O is a synthetic. It's a synthetic cannabinoid. So, you know, you're going to have to do your own experimentation with this one. It doesn't really occur in nature. What it does have is some very good psychedelic effects. It could easily hamper with your time in reality perception, for sure, just like delta-9 does, and in fact, it's 3 times stronger. But there is no evidence to suggest that THC-O is particularly dangerous. I've tried it. I mean, I'm pretty good with cannabinoids. And okay, so is THC-O dangerous? Well, there's no evidence to suggest that it's particularly dangerous on one side. And only time will tell. Everybody has to experiment with these cannabinoids on their own. What I would have to say is there's no evidence to say that it is particularly dangerous. So I really wanted to make this video to just iterate that point. If you're going to mess around with these new cannabinoids, you're going to have to do some research and you have to do it at your own risk. Is CBD Life going to carry these cannabinoids? Maybe soon. We have delta-8 in stock right now, delta-10 in stock right now. The reason THC-O is 3 times stronger than delta-9 THC, which is in regular marijuana, it's speculative right now, but from what I'm going to guess is that there's this acetate. In the laboratory, THC-O would probably be called ATHC, which means the acetate THC. Anytime you vape an acetate and it comes across another acetate, what's going to happen is something called diacetyl. 2 acetates joining together. Not particularly good for the lungs. Some of you out there may have vaped before and or heard of popcorn lung. That would be created by a diacetate. So a lot of these vape juices and even some of these products that are out there, they may not be carcinogenic in the bottle in their state that it's sold in, but as soon as you heat it up and vape it and you get it to a certain temperature, those acetate molecules combine. That's just my simple theory, and I think that's a lot of what's going on. But THC-O is definitely more psychedelic, definitely harder hitting, is like I said, 3 times as strong. I've seen some evidence that some laboratories have said 7 to 33 times stronger. So if indeed that was the case, and I go on the conservative side all the time, if it was 33 times stronger, this could be something that rattles our industry because it's going to take a long time to kick in. It takes typically when you vape it, usually at least 10 to 20 minutes it might take to kick in. So take a hit or two, wait a few minutes. If you're going to eat it, which is how I would recommend experimenting with any type of cannabinoid, synthetic or occurring in nature, is I would start at a small dose, see how you react, and increase doses over the next few days, and always have somebody nearby that you can talk to. Yeah, the point is just don't vape it. If you're going to take in any of these cannabinoids, just eat them. It's the best way to let your body deal with it. How does it feel to take some THC-O? Very similar to delta-9 at a certain dose. At low doses, maybe even identical, I'd say. But at a certain point, you're going to cross a level if you take enough of it and you get used to it, where it's going to hit a psychedelic level, meaning it's going to give you intense visuals, definitely an altered headspace, your perception of time, you either speed up or slow down. And also at higher doses, it can be fairly incapacitating. So have your favorite couch nearby, for sure, or your favorite pillows. There's some mild visuals that have been reported, but it is definitely stronger than the THC that you are used to, is why I'm making this video. Who knows if it's dangerous or not? I don't, but I know that it's stronger, and we all know it's stronger because it's a prodrug. I mentioned that before. That's why it takes so much longer to kick in. We call that creeper weed. So if you don't feel the effects of eating it within an hour, definitely wait a whole extra hour before you took another dose, because you don't want a double dose of this to hit you at once. And I think that's why it's stronger too when it's metabolized in the liver. I think that's ending up being why it's reacting so much better, because there's a certain bioavailability to things when they are prodrugs and react. And if you want to look up any of the scientific stuff, or if you have any scientific questions, definitely hit us in the comments below, and we'll do our best to find you the actual real experts from around here that could give us the answers. So like I said, the acylated version of THC is significantly more bioavailable, acylated. The acetates are added to it. Diacetate is a thing that could happen when you vape. So that's all we're saying is don't vape it, definitely eat it. There's a noticeable delay in the effect of THC-O. Again, just reiterating at the end of this video, take it slow with it, give it a long time to kick in. It's definitely creeper weed. Orally could take at least an hour, seriously, like an hour. Vaping it, typically like 20 minutes, you'll get the full effect. How long does the full effect last when you vape it? For me, it was like 20 minutes. For eating it, it's definitely gonna, come on. It is definitely fast. So it takes a while to kick in, but when it comes on, you know what I'm saying? That is very rapid. You know that it's happening. You feel well, I did anyways. The last thing you do is want to take a double dose because you didn't think it kicks in. Or is going to kick in, and when it kicks in, that rapid acceleration of the onset is going to be very uncomfortable, especially for your psyche, for most people. So if you have any questions or concerns, I don't want to make this video any longer. I have lots of other information of the scientific type. Is this stuff legal, THC-O? If you have any other questions, comment below. We'll answer them. I swear to God, we'll get to them. And we'll get you the right answers too, and we'll cite whoever we got it from if you have any technical questions. There is a THCP. THCP, yes, it's coming. It's getting crazy. We'll probably do a whole nother video on that as soon as we figure out what the hell's going on. THCP is at least 30 times stronger than delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, the thing that gets you sleepy, happy, hungry, and high, which you can't be according to the federal government. FBI, open up! How dare you, people? But THCP is coming out soon, and I think that's the one that's really going to mess with the legality of all these cannabinoids. Either they're going to give up, the federal government is going to just say make it legal, or it's going to be a dangerous thing. Imagine taking 30 hits of weed at once. Just imagine that. I know there's like 3 or 4 of you who are like, yeah, bring it on. No, don't do that. Let's cut this video off. Thank you guys again for joining us here in beautiful Colorado Springs. If you're looking for something to do with the family that's really cheap and go on vacation, come here. Tons of free stuff. You could drive up to the top of Pikes Peak for free. You could literally see Utah and Kansas at the same time. Thanks for coming. Visit cbdlifeco.com. Again, I'm JP, out.